All right, what's going on, y'all? Today, I just want to talk about a topic that me and a few friends are talking about lately, and that is just about masculinity, true masculinity in today's world, and what it actually means, and what it means to actually be a man in this world. Um, I have come across a lot of dudes in my life, man, that have just displayed countless acts of just childishness, and just showing a real true lack of what real masculinity looks like. Healthy masculinity, that is, right? Because, of course, we get that term that gets thrown around a lot, toxic masculinity and all that kind of stuff. Started off with, being chauvinistic, male chauvinistic pig and whatnot. But, man, on the real, like, I really do believe that males these days need to be shown how to actually become a man in this day and age, especially because we don't really have strong male figures that display the right behaviors and, explain and show what the right actions are, if that makes sense. So, man, I can draw from a lot of different examples, of what real masculinity looks like and what it actually means to be a man. So let me just start off with saying that basically, man, you have to protect people. Not only do you have to protect yourself and, show other people that you can be trusted, but you can also protect other people, and to the point where they literally trust you with their life. That's humongous. I want you really to think about that, right? One day, you're going to have a wife, you're going to have children, eventually grandchildren. And they're going to all come to you when disaster strikes. You know what I'm saying? You need to be somebody that can be reliable, and that they can count on. Now, I'm not saying you got to be perfect. Nobody's perfect. But as long as you can keep demonstrating and showing that you're trying, and sometimes you might slip up, but then you always come back from your slip up, right? So, that means own your mistakes. When you make a mistake, you got to own it. You know what I'm saying? You got to hold yourself accountable, not only to yourself and to the higher power, but also to the people that have trusted you, with their lives or with something in general. It could be business. It could be, you know what I mean? They may have put you in a position of leadership in some kind of way. So you need to be trustworthy. You need to keep earning their respect. That's real important because, as I always say, as a man, you want respect. So, the way you command and demand respect is by, how you actually act, and how you go about your day-to-day, how you go about your day-to-day tasks, how you complete them, and how you keep winning in life. That's how you keep showing that you're worthy of leadership and of somebody's trust. So, there's a show that's on right now, a lot of people talk about, and it's like an experiment of, people when they get married and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like they bring strangers in and they get married. I think a lot of you would know what that is. And there was a situation, because I watch it sometimes, but the reason why I watch it is because, it gives me good insight and helps me kind of look at couples and, the shit that they deal with. And then I can like decipher what's going on and come up with my own conclusions and shit like that. It's helped me out with my career, right? So I watch it sometimes. Anyway, so there was a situation where the dude didn't really own up to his mistake. I mean, no, he owned up to it, but he deflected people as he did it. He didn't apologize. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes in a certain situation, especially women, they'll take that a certain way. They'll take it as arrogant, and things like that, ignorant. So, in that situation, what he should have done, right, is he really should have, apologized to whoever he needed to apologize to, sincerely. Apologize to everybody else because they witnessed what he had done, or they're, at least discussing it. And then he just owns up to his mistake and, explains how he will be better or how he should have dealt with the situation at hand. Full accountability. That's very important when it comes to manhood. Being able to go, you know what? I really messed up. This is how I should have done it. I apologize, but I'll be better. You watch. I'll be better. You can count on me. I've learned from this, right? Because every human being is on a journey. Every human being is learning, is growing. No one's perfect. So it's okay to be the leader and to admit when you've done something wrong, or, admit that you haven't done something right. It's okay. You know what I mean? It shows how strong you are, actually, when you do that. You know what I'm saying? So, I admit when I'm wrong all the time. I don't even care. I mean, I care, but I don't care for the fact that I'm showing people that I've been wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'll just go ahead and just admit it. And then I'll talk about what I can be doing better, or what I should have done, and how I will be better. So, yeah, manhood is definitely a big journey, man. And, it takes a lot of self-growth. You have a lot more responsibility on you. You're looking after other people. You are responsible for other human beings. You're responsible for the mindset of your children, how they grow up. You're responsible for the mindset of your woman. She's the teacher of your children. So you need to be able to manage her. You know what I'm saying? Manage her and her emotions and her hormones and her feelings and whatever she might be going through on the day-to-day. She needs to trust you. That's huge. So, yeah, and when it comes to, okay, so, that's how you are with the people you care about, you love, your wife, your woman, your children. You know what I'm saying? You need to show them that that they can count on you. You need to protect them. You need to provide for them, right? When it comes to your friends, you know what I'm saying, like your boys, you need to, hold yourself accountable to them too. You need to, be there for them when they need you, or, if you tell them something, do it. Be a man of your word. That's with anybody, whether it's family, friends, work, colleagues, business, stuff like that. It's very important, man. You got to be a man of your word. And I've come across a lot of dudes who just act like bitches, man. I'm just gonna be real with you. You know what I mean? Like they'll say they're gonna do something and then they don't do it. You know what I mean? I can't stand it. I'll always remember if someone says they're gonna do something for me. I'll always remember it. You know what I mean? And if they don't do it, I'll wait. They don't do it, if it takes long, I'll keep waiting and shit. And eventually it gets to a point where I'm like, I just forget it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they're not going to do it, just leave it. They're not a man yet. Can't stand it. If you're not going to be able to deliver on something, you should at least reach out to that person or call them or whatever the case may be, and just be like, hey, look, I know 2 months ago I said I was going to do this or I was going to do that. And you know what, man? My bad. It slipped my mind. I changed my mind on it. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? But maybe I can do this instead. Or my bad, man. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it. I just got a lot going on right now. Whatever the case may be. But at least you admit to it. At least you own up to it. And you aren't running away. You know what I mean? That's so important, man. I don't know how dudes can't. I don't understand. I don't know how dudes can't own up to shit, or they can't like be a man of their word. It don't make sense to me. Like, if I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna either do it or I'll say, look, I can't do it. I don't see how hard that is. Maybe I just got different values, because the shit like that eats away at me. I'll be thinking about it, I'm like, damn, they could be thinking about the thing I told them I was gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Be a man of your word. Be willing to take the bullet. You know what I'm saying? Have some fucking balls, man. You know what I mean? That's the difference between being a man and being a woman. That's the difference, right? The difference is the woman. I don't expect my woman to stand up for me, or to take a bullet for me, or take a knife for me, or fight for me. I don't expect it. But I expect myself to do that. You know, if we're in public and something goes down, I'm going to protect her. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to risk myself, right? So that's important. That's a duty that every man should hold, and make sure they abide by it. You know what I mean? For their woman and their children. You know, it's important. That's what masculinity is about, man. Being a protector. You know what I mean? Very, very, very important. Very important. Not being afraid. You know what I mean? It's duty. That's your duty as a man. And just being real about what you're about. Stand up for what you believe in. Be willing to back yourself up. If you say something, back yourself up. Don't run away. And yeah, just make sure that you know who you are, and you know what you believe in and what your values are. You stand strong on them. You're not movable. You're not able to be moved and molded and waved around. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's the difference between masculinity and femininity. You know what I mean? It's crazy to me, man. You have to be a very good judge of character. You got to be a very good humanitarian. You know? Like, man, I got family, dog. I got family that, like, it's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? I got family that I've been close to, really close to, siblings, close to, like real close to, even though we're miles and miles and miles apart, very close to. And just out of the blue, they just stopped talking to me. You know what I'm saying? And I think I have a feeling why. And it has to do with my values, because they're very left in their thinking. And, you know, they could have easily called me up, you know what I mean, and say, hey, yo, Zoe, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? Just explain it to me. You know what I mean? Because I don't know how I feel about that, whatever the case may be, right? Try to understand. You know what I mean? Just try to understand. And then you know where you lie with that person. Don't just run away. You know what I mean? It just don't make sense. Don't just run away like a little bitch. Like, actually, like, figure out, and don't have excuses. Like, through other family members, I'm hearing, oh, they're busy. They're busy. They got kids and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got kids too. You know what I'm saying? I've been running businesses, man. I work out all the time. I'm always researching and reading. I record. I'm doing all kinds of crazy shit too. I'm busy all the time. But I tell you what, you know, it takes 2 seconds to pick up the phone and record a quick video, not video, but voice message. You know what I mean? It just don't make sense to me, man. You know what I mean? And that's the difference between men and women. in a lot of ways. Not every man is a real man out there. A lot of men act like women. You know what I'm saying? They act like women. But, you know, it's crazy to me, man. It's crazy, dog. You know what I'm saying? And whoever's in leadership of that woman needs to put her in check as well. He needs to say to her, hey, yo, you check up on your brothers and sisters and your family and how they doing. You know, check in on them. Because as their leader, you know that their relationships are important with their family. You know that their family is important. So you need to make sure that they check in and have that relationship going. It's important. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I think it's a big problem in this world, man. The lack of healthy leadership. You know what I mean? Not being domineering, you know. I think being domineering is not the right way. It's more about loving guidance and being able to, you know, give somebody like some structure. That's important. Structure is very important. Structure creates safety, right? So, and discipline and all that. You know, we live in a world where it's about survival, and you need to get tasks done. You need to get things done, right? And the way you get things done is through structure, guidance, discipline, and knowing how to do things and get things done. That's why, you know, masculinity is needed in this world, right? Healthy manhood, healthy masculinity, all right? Yeah, on the real. Anyway, we'll get more into it soon. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you got some value. And yeah, peace.